Should be another good oil trade setting. Okay. Do not look now. What's it called? Oh yeah, oil. Let's go cognitive dissonance, and let's put a few of these in, and let's say something like so fluky. It's always a fluke, every time, every single time. There. Tell Kurt's in a good mood today, hey? It's Friday, of course he's in a good mood. Come on. My computer does that. I can't get out of that. Well, there we go. Oh. Somebody called me a chauvinist not very long ago. Okie dokie. Where are we here? I hear some beeping here. Oh, somebody just joined us. Cool. Hope your full-time week has made everyone happy. That's awesome. It's got a sense of humor. Okay, where are we here? We are in midday review. It is 12:03, August 4th, 2017, and this is midday review. If you don't like sarcasm, shut the video off right now. If you're in the room and you don't like sarcasm, leave and never come back. Rants, if you don't like rants, there's not much I can do to help you. Okay, we have a list here. So here's what we're going to do. XXI is rocking, Tracy says. We are going to, wait, there's so much happening. Freaking confused, there's so much happening. Okay. Z-Man, yeah, I see that. G3. G4 would pass 38. Actually, G4s, they go 38,000 feet? Yeah, they do, I think. No. Can't remember. Pretty sure they go 34. No, it's 38. No, they can't go 38. Okay, let's get some work done. Charts, where's the charts? There's the charts. G3. Pretty important place it's at right now. That's for sure. Who keeps beeping in here? How do you tell? I gotta learn how to use this thing. Like, how do you tell? Like, I'm hearing the beeps and then I don't know who's beeping. Like, who's saying stuff? Like, where are they saying it? One of the channels, maybe? Oh, does the highlighted one tell you what's, maybe I've added 100 Apple to my other 100. Plan is to have 500 by the end of next week. It's a good plan, Louis. Rocket. Silver offering. That was back in October. So that doesn't work to tell you what's going on, like when people are talking. Interesting. I'm not sure how that works. I need a training lesson, desperately. And it looks so simple, like everything looks so easy. But you hear the beeps and like, which channel are they talking? So we know the answer to that. Oh, interesting. So my audio alerts on Discord are coming through this room. That makes sense. Because I can hear in Discord if somebody talks to me in day trading room. But I can't tell when you go to Discord. Sorry to take the time for this, but I can't tell. Like you hear the alerts, but you can't tell like which room are they talking in, or which channel are they chatting in. It would be nice if there was like some kind of thing that told you. See, there it goes again. You guys are probably doing it on purpose now. Anyway. Anyone know how to shut off the Discord alerts? I love Tracy. Go into settings, the gear icon next to your name. Okay, let's do this. Settings. Server settings? Must be. No, I better be careful because I could probably change things on the whole thing. I probably have access to really mess this up. Note to Sartaj, don't give Kurt access to anything, including a microphone. Lower left hand side. Or yeah. Oh, it's Friday. I feel good. Sorry, where do I go? Settings? This is what it's like when Sartaj is trying to help me. I'm sure he wants to blow his brains out instantly. Oh, see, they're still beeping in there. Oh, Kurt, cut the red wire, not the blue one. Lower left-hand side, notifications. Okay. Notifications. There we go. Text-to-speech push notification. AFK timeout 10 minutes. Enable desktop notifications. Sounds deafen? It must be deafen. Somebody's talking in Discord just to stress me out while I have to cut the wire. I'm sure it's deafen. I'll deafen it. I can always switch it back, obviously. Mute. What's the difference between deafen and mute? That's hilarious. Wow, look at all the options. Okay. Where does that mute me? That wouldn't hurt either. Def mute. To sell a fastened seatbelt on my computer. Today was fun. And I didn't even trade it. Well, I did. I guess I got one trade, eh? Yeah, we have to do that. I have to remember to do that. I was instructed that I have to do this. Oh, let's see if anybody else is yelling at me today. Nope. Nope. Okay. I should show you my DMs sometime. That wouldn't be appropriate. What were we gonna do? Oh yeah, I have to show you my trade quick. Wasn't that great? It was good enough though for a day. 39.06 to 39.99. Didn't take an expert. Very intermediate. Yelp is what that was. And Quarry, I think, had the trade of the day unless somebody got more than 14 stacks today. If you got more than 14 stacks, well, let's celebrate. You're buying. Where did that go? Okay. I just put I love Oprah, that's it. Well, congratulations to Corey. That's where I live. The beach that I'm at, Cabarete, it's called Kite Beach, is one of the world's best for kite surfing and all the other associated. Anyway, it's on, it's one of the world's premier locations. Actually, even the diving's not bad here. Okay, charts. So I gave you that. I followed that rule. That was my trade for the day. Real quick updates. So number one, we are not doing a masterclass today. I'm going to kill the masterclass right now. See, I was thinking very efficiently yesterday when I changed the rules there at the last second. This will serve as both, because the masterclass series between now and Tuesday, when we re-engage model building, is all about building my personal watch list to trade to 100% a month for the investment pool folks that don't need the money, but they are definitely going to make more because I'm going to trade up their wealth. I had a wonderful dinner with them last night. I should say thank you very much, because I'm sure some of them will be reviewing this to make sure that I don't say anything too far out of line. But it was a very nice dinner on the beach. I appreciate it very much. And yes, I will make sure that your investment in thy stomach repays you great dividends. So masterclass today is happening right now. And Monday it's going to look the same. And Tuesday we start model building again, and I figure I'm going to have about 100 on my watch list after the weekend too, because that's where the majority of the work will happen. And then I shall present my watch list to you folks. The public definitely will not get a hold of that, and I am going to trade like a madman. Yeah, I would expect that to start happening Monday. I got some trades in this week, but not madman style. Madman will start Monday. Discord, oil, all right. So I got to do announcements really quick. This won't take long. So escape maybe. And then we go in here. Okay, now I'm not trying to pick on anybody here, but I do have to explain something to you guys quick. Michael, hi guys, new here. You know, poor guy, right? US oil, we seem to be above 49.20. Seem to be. See, I struggle, and I have to be honest, right? I have to be clear. You have to know what you're getting into, and we have to have, we have to have a transparent relationship here. I struggle with this stuff, and I do everything I can not to say anything. I do everything I can to keep my cool. In fact, I'm being honest with you, and I'm being as honest as I possibly can. I do everything I can not to punch holes in my walls, throw my computers out the window, and say I'm never coming back to this again. I literally do that every day. Like, I literally have visions of like murdering people every day. So I'm not doing bad, right? Like, people that know me are laughing at me because they're like, I can't believe Kurt's not a teacher. Kurt is not a teacher. Kurt doesn't play well with anybody. Like, he looks like his bulldog. He acts like his bulldog. Definitely untrainable like his bulldog. You see where I'm going? So, glad that you folks have given me some rope, and some other folks have given me some rope, but, and some grace on it. And I'm just expressing that because, imagine doing the most difficult thing you've ever done in your life and having to do it all day long. That's what I'm doing right now. So when I say that, you have to say what I'm going to say. You have to package it all inside of that. So here's, we don't seem to be anything to be above 49.20. What's your view? There's no view. There's no like opinions. There's no, EU has just imposed some new sanctions on Russia. I don't care. I don't care. Could that be the reason for up? I don't care what the reason is. It went up. And guess what? I told you it was going, well, I didn't tell the world whether it would go up or down because that's not how an algorithm works. But I knew it was going to go up or down. I knew it was going to be big. Also, add Clipper data releases crude import. Who's Clipper data? Who's the crude import forecast? I guess I know who Russia is, and I don't care about any of it. None of it matters. None of that. See, my job's to win. My job's to help other people win. None of that helps anybody win. The reason why is because there's a gazillion of these things. I don't care if it's Russia. I don't care if it's Clipper data. I don't care if it's how you feel about it. I don't care. There's thousands. And people think the algorithm charting is complicated. Okay, the 3,000 effing things that you guys are talking about, out there in the world, in your it feels good and looks good land, that's complicated. Very complicated. The algorithm chart is very simple. Let me show you the difference. should be. Why do I say should be? Because I'm trying to, you know, if I was being real, I'd be like, there is absolutely an effing major trade set, you know, but, you know, maybe I should start talking like that because I'm starting to talk like the left nuts that are out there. Should be another good oil trade setting up again here soon. That should have some width, right? And then I'm like, you know, basically, okay, let's start here. I like logic. Review this tweet and blah, 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 blah. So what I'm saying is, look at the tweet, look at the, you know, and come back and tell me, do I know what the F I'm talking about? Okay, guess what? When you actually look at that, you're going to find out I do. Because when did I alert that something was going to happen in oil and it didn't happen? Never. It always happens. Every single time. Not maybe sometimes, not 99% of the time. Every single time I nail it. Every time. So if somebody actually does their research, they should be able to come back out of that and go, hey, you know what? If the guy nails it every single effing time, maybe he knows what oil's doing. And I wonder if he's looking at Clipper data. You see where I'm going? So I really struggle with that. Why am I saying all that? I'm struggling with it because there's other things happening too. Like we have members. Like I get members all the time that DM me and they're like, are you still in this? Are you still in that? Are you still in this and in that? And I'm like, okay, wait a second. Didn't you come to me 2 or 3 or 4 months ago, bleeding red, crying in the middle of the night about your spouse leaving you, or you can't pay this or you can't pay that, and now you're green for a month, and now you're the expert? And you know what I would do if I was bleeding red and I got a hold of somebody that doesn't bleed red and I could learn from them? You know what I would do? I'd make sure that every single time they breathed, I knew if they were in or out. And I wouldn't even think about Clipper data. I wouldn't even think about another stock. I wouldn't even think beyond, hey, there's somebody in front of me that's transparent that effing wins. Once I know how that person wins all the time, I'll go and win better. But until then, why would I take any of the bullshit from my past that caused me to be red and has my husband threatening to leave me and I can't pay my effing mortgage and my kids can't go to college after 30 days? It's brutal. The whole thing's brutal. It's all bullshit. The whole thing's bullshit. And look at that. We didn't succeed in shutting off that stupid noise. Okay, there's my announcements for today. Let's get into some charts. Oh, good Lord. They're all going to watch this too. Private investment fund. What else am I supposed to tell you guys? That's all I'm supposed to tell you. Well, I'm supposed to repent for my previous rants. Okay. What we're going to do today is we're going to continue building the list. My hit list for 100% a month. So that finally, those that bleed red, that need to be green, will realize maybe 100% a month's good enough. And maybe I don't need to think about Clipper data. ESIO, that was from yesterday. GIII, G3 was from yesterday. ZAGG, ZAGG was from yesterday. If you watched the video that I sent out, IPI was from yesterday. SBBP was from yesterday. FSLR was from yesterday. SOHU was from yesterday. ESPR and SENS. We're going to try and make this list bigger. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I figure I need 100. So between now and the end of Monday, I've got to have 100 on that list, all alarmed. And then from there forward, for the next 24 months, 100% a month, compounded, and buy a little boat, 68 feet long, and call it a day. Okay. GII, very important area, up over the 200. 50 came through the 100 recently, breached it. MACD's up, squeeze momentum's up. Very bullish, but it's going to end up coming back to an MA. When it comes back to the MA, hit it with all that you have. Wow, get your trade sizing right. Don't listen to what I'm saying. 1/20th, 1/10th, right? 1/5 at the most. Hit it when it bounces off an MA. The time to hit it in the setup is when it goes through the 200, and then you get out when it turns against you on the hourly. What does it mean to have it turn against me? Turns against you means that price is underneath your 20 and your 50, underneath those two MAs, and the 20s cross down over the 50. So your 20 would have to do this. Your 20 has to go this way, right? This way, down. Your 50 has to go that way, and your price has to be down here, right? Let's work with arrows. That'll probably be easier. Arrow, extended, arrow. I need an assistant that can do this for me while I rant. There. So the 20 went down, the 50 went this way, and price went this way. When that happens on the hourly, sell. See here, didn't happen. Here, didn't happen. Opposite. 20 went through the 50, time to buy. Price was over, time to buy. Oh, look at that. Trading process works. Yep, it works. Right here. 20 through the 50, price underneath, boom. That reverses on your 60, you can go again. Sure. Use some logic, doesn't hurt. Okay. GoPro. Oh, sorry. GIII is on my watch list. It's staying on my watch list. I love it. And I bow at the feet of Z-Man for bringing that in. What are we doing? Remove. Holy frick, I need a weekend. Can't even smoke pot. I haven't smoked pot in probably 20 years. I'm going to start. I'm quitting smoking this weekend. I'm going to start smoking pot and cigars, because cigars are better for you. Where are we going here? We need to alarm this. How do we alarm this? We want to put this I guess we just go straight price action alarm here. I'm so grumpy today because, good Lord, you came a month ago and you were bleeding. You're not an expert yet. Pay attention to what got you out. Be an expert at that first, then be an expert. I can't tell you how often that happens. Crying the blues, a month later, oh, I'm green, yay! And then and then the communication changes, and then they're an expert. And guess why I'm getting so angry at it? Because guess what the next step is? You know what's more dangerous than somebody that doesn't know what they're doing? I think you guys know the answer. So if you start thinking that way, you start getting why Kurt's so pissed off, right? Because a little bit of knowledge is blow up their account. Hold on 2 seconds. And it takes one to know one. But Kurt, you blew up your account. I blew up 2, and they were big. Big. Huge. Okay. G3. GoPro. Over the 200. So this is fundamental reasons this has happened. This is not technical reasons. But the technicals are setting up now. It's over its 200, and it might keep it, right? Volume. Because of full moon madness. That's awesome. You guys are all awesome. Even the ones that are being stupid are awesome. All of our members are awesome. We have the best trading team on the market. Just wait. You give it 3 months. Oh, they'll hate you guys too. Okay, GoPro. It's awesome. There's lots of friends at the top. 20 going through the 50 too, eh? So that's set up. So what do we do here? It's through the, you know, because obviously what's going to happen is it's going to back off, right? So you got to wait for the bounce off the MA. So these MAs have to catch up. It either has to come back, bounce off the 200, or bounce off the MAs. Is that my setup? It's intriguing. It ain't my setup though. So what do I do? I don't want it, but it's really intriguing. It's really awesome actually to see this happen with it. Look at how it based. Just took one little bit of frickin' positive talk. Kurt, get positive. Get happy. Okay, I'll get happy. It's not my deal. Can't do it. I have to be extremely, I'm responsible. I don't hit at least 25% a month over the next 24 months, and I'll never be able to show my face again. I'll have to go and rescue whales that are being hunted and never come back to land. Dolphins too. Okay, this one I like. ESIO is on my list. I like it a lot. It's set up properly, but I couldn't hit it because it didn't get over the previous high. On the 5 minute, I was going to hit it right there, but I was watching this previous high, right? So it might not get there. You never know. So let's just set the alarm quick. ESIO. Alarm set. 14 stacks Oprah. That's awesome, Corey. She's given this stock so much beautiful range. Oprah's beautiful. Yeah, there's a full moon coming again, hey? That was fast. It's like days ago. Yeah, that's major resistance. It's obviously up over its daily. It came back, whacked the 50 and took off. Dang. If it gets up over that resistance though, like that could actually be really serious. So like, what do I do? It's not really my play, but that resistance is the coil, like the spring from that would be pretty intense. So oh, it was higher than that on the day. What was it? What was the high today? 42.20. So let's do this. Anyway, that spring could be intense. Well, super high probability it'll be intense. Yelp. I actually like the Yelp play a lot. That's why I was spending time on mucking about with the chart. From the perspective that these companies, we're in this business, right? Like we're in the web development business. Obviously, I'm not the web developer or developers. But anyway, my point is that, growth, right? If they do it right. So, but it's got serious resistance too. But it is over its 200. It did fail through once, which is something you want to watch for because that's typically what happens and then it's gone. I love how it gapped after a test under the 200. Response to the 200. It's got symmetry. It's got huge growth potential if they don't screw it up. It's got nice ROI width everywhere. Okay, so what do we do? Because I gotta wait for it to come back to an MA and then hit it. And I keep saying that because I get the question all the time, Kurt, what do I do here? Well, what do you do there? It's in midair. And you can day trade it, sure, and I'll day trade it, but I mean, like, really hit it, like, so that you can leg in and dang, and it's right in that gap too. That's crazy. It's actually, this is actually a crazy play. Let's do this for now. So Yelp, I'm going to put on that list. So it made my 100. Yelp. And really, you know what? WTW made the list too. You know why WTW makes the list? Actually, because I can day trade it for serious profit. Like, to make 100% a month, I need 3% a day because it'll compound, right? There it goes. GII, G3 is gone, going, almost there. So close now. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just think on it. Damn, that's too loud. Turn the volume down. 49. Great. Yelp. Okay. GII is on the list. G3 is on the list. Yelp's on the list. Oprah's on the list because I can get lots of range there. Yelp, I gotta set this target way higher. Well, not way higher. These are going to be really day tradable, so I really don't have a choice. There's going to be lots of width on the day in these. Like, let's look at today real quick. Was this open? No, it was 4 o'clock yesterday. This was open. No, yeah. So 38.05 to, well, this will tell me. A lot easier. Wow, that's pre-market. So 38.05 to 44, ton of width. You know, after it finished its morning ramp, my low is at 39.43. Lots of room. $3 on a $40 stock. There's a ton of room. What was the other one? WTW. Well, I guess we can look on Monday. Doesn't really matter. They got lots of width. Okay. Tracy, XXII. Awesome. AG and Deepu. Hedgehog. Bull. Because full moon madness. Good thing about rants is they make me a better trader. Good. Okay. Boat name SS Bulldog. Nice. Thanks for that. You're on it. ZAGG. How'd ZAGG do? I gotta move quick. There's ZAGG right there. Can't click on one. Have it come up. Oh, there it comes. Cancel that. Here at the chart. I wish I was a trading view expert. I should go for training too, actually. XXII. I wonder if that would make this list. We'll have to take a look at that one too. Markets are on fire, boy. Why do we have a time cycle ending on September 9th? That's the question. It's August 4th right now, right? August 4th, September 9th, so it's a month away. That's really interesting. Okay, ZAGG. Wow, so it bounced off the MA. So it got over the 200, followed the 20, bounced off the MAs when the 50 touched the 20. Oh, almost a right ear sidewinder right there. That makes sense. And gone again. And earnings. And now it's going to come back to one of the it's going to come back to one of the MAs for it to be tradable. Now it can be on the daily too. All these can be on the daily, of course. And that'll come later because I have to go in and get deep in these. IPI, how do we make out there? Anybody know? IPI, alerts log. Now let's do it this way. Or is IPI on the hot list today? Yelp, Wi-Fi, Kara, I missed that one too. I had that in pre-market. Dummy. I was ready for that one. A day trade. Oh yeah, IPI. Hedgehog. Interactive chart. Sartaj, I don't think he's much interested in training me, just so you know. I think he's given up on me and my ability therein. This is such a nice chart. Like, there's no reason for this to stop now until it gets to 531. Like, technically speaking, there's no reason for it to stop. Isn't that interesting? You don't see that very often. I wonder if I should just hit it right now, because there really is no reason. But, you know, discipline says hit it when it comes back and tests the AMAs, right? Like here, gets up to the 200. This is exactly what's supposed to happen. Gets through the 200, fails the 200 a little bit. See, remember I said that. It should, often it'll do that. Gets up, tests, and goes. Bang. Perfect. Technically, absolutely, totally perfect. Squeeze momentum indicators up too. Unless somebody else has anything to say about it, I don't see it stopping until 5:30. Probably, you know, 4.99. Unless the bubbles get active that day. Look at that, 8.88%. Did you know there's no number 8 on a baccarat table? Nope. No, oh, no way. Oh, it's been a couple years since I played. Is it, or is it the number 4? Good Lord, I forget. I'm not sure what to do here. It's got to test. Well, okay, I'm going to go price action. Crossing 368. Well, it's a little higher than that now, ain't it, Kurt? Because you waited. But I'm trying to be disciplined. Okay, if it gets up, I wouldn't have a choice. If it gets up again, I'm going to have to go up over the previous high candle there. Because it's going to go. That's IPI. Okay, can't spend all day on it. Awesome call, by the way. SBBP. Is that on us today? Or is it sucking air today? SBBP. SBBP. I like all the politically correct people. They never want to get into it with me. But I have subscribers. I can't do that. Sorry, but if you're a good trader, you wouldn't worry if you had subscribers or not. Oh, I didn't say that. 3 days to earnings. That's its main problem. AAOI, is that it? What an earnings toast affair. Okay, so the alarm's set on this one. This one's good. We're almost there. FSLR. FSLR. Blue had a tough 18 months and made an SD bottom, and that makes Z-Man. I'm looking for 330 T1. Sure glad you guys are communicating, working together as a team and stuff. That, above all, that's been the biggest payoff, is watching a select group of people start to work together and work as a team. I gotta admit, that's massive for me. Massive. Because I have my own trading team. Like, and I don't talk about it much, right? But I've had my own trading team for decades. And they're good. There's 7 of us. And when you get trading together with a team, man, it's way better. Because you can slap each other, right? It's good to get slapped. FSLR, right up against that natural resistance, holding up. 3 days it didn't tank, and it's in 5 now. 6 days. And it's got a little mojo. And it used natural support. Well, it bounced before natural support. Sweet. That's how it works, man. I never started making big money until I started trading with my team. There was 5 of us, and then we added a few more here in the last year. FSLR. And that's the goal here. It's like, imagine like a trading team of like 100 people that know what the hell they're doing, that are winning all the time. You never lose. Like when the 7 of us are trading together, we never lose. Well, I mean, odd time, right? But and you go and get FSLR crossing, and the cool thing is, you get 100 people doing that together. Man, powerful stuff, I'll tell you. Because you get all the different eyeballs going, people can see things that you can't see. That's why the future's over with trading, because computers are getting so intelligent, quick, and blah blah blah. And eventually, what I'm talking about, trading groups, they won't even be able to compete with them, but that's the principle, right? I think you know what I'm saying. FSLR. Okay, that one's set. SOHU. It's really powerful. Like, you go into some trading rooms, because of course I have 5 or 6 that I subscribe to watch, and they're a disaster. People arguing. There's no set of rules and discipline. Like, I mean, in terms of like trading process. An absolute disaster. Like, sometimes I comment, and just for fun. Nobody ever answers. SOHU, kind of like on Twitter. Same thing. Fantastic. Another one. These are good. Okay, 56.57, 56.99 is my alarm. Still set up. Look at that. Amazing what a trading process does. ESPR. Why am I running through these? I'm running through these I didn't plan on. I'm running through these because the markets have been so active today. So when you're running a watch list, I'm going to have to get a student to do this for me. When you're running a watch list and the market is active, you have to take another quick peek, because, and it's, with 100, it's not going to be easy to quick peek it. Take 3 or 4 hours. But yeah, when the markets are active, you don't have a choice, because charts structurally change, right? SENS. So there's a number of interns that want to intern under us. I probably should just get one to do that. FSLR, SENS. Tracy, you're a rock star. You just don't have the experience. So you're going to be one damn good trader, boy. There's no doubt about it. I don't think there's anybody in this room that's not going to be a good trader if they're not already. That's the coolest part. Birds of a feather. Wow, this is really, really awesome. You know what's awesome about this chart? The 20 going through the 200, the 50 going through the 100, and the 50 still got to go through the 2, like they all got to cross. And the bounce of the MA just happened. Oh, earnings. Oh, that's why I've been waiting. See, if that earnings wasn't there, you could start legging into this one. Bark. But you know what? After 100 of them, there'll be some that are ready. But this one's ready, except for earnings. When is earnings? 5 days. Shit. Pardon my language. Sorry, guys. Minus 13. Period ending. Dang it. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. This one should be top of the list. That should be number 1. I don't think any of the other ones are testing support in the bowl. This one's testing support in the bowl, or it did 2 days ago. I mean, it's close enough still, but it didn't get the bounce, like the big bounce, because of the earnings. Yeah, stock are upside down. The bulls that are holding, but the new money's not coming in. That's what's happening there. And look at the volume. That's why. But that's a good sign. See, when they do what AAOI did, like AAOI was a perfect example. A stock like that, you never hold through earnings. Why? Because it's on fire, right? It's not logical. It's emotional. This is logical. This will probably bounce. Like there's about a 10 to 1 chance that this will bounce to the positive after earnings. This is top of my list. This is number 1 so far. Okay. Yeah, it's very true. It's a very good group. I wish I could like be nicer and stuff so that we like had more members all the time. Mind you, we're getting, you know, a slow trickle into the trading room. Where we get our real, like well, now it's the investment fund. They're just freaking lining up. Can't process them fast enough. But I mean, as far as like this is concerned, the trading room, it'd be nice to get, you know, 100 good members in here. That's my goal by Christmas. Like 100, you know, traders working as a team. It's a big goal. Christmas is coming fast, but you know, that's when trading groups typically grow, right? Is September to December, the fall, not the summer. Everybody's busy. Okay, so we got ESIO, GIII, ZAGG, IPI, SBBP, FSLR, SOHU, ESPR, SENS, and added YWLP and WTW specifically to the list, specifically because they will have trading range for day trading, and I can easily make 1% a day off of those, if not 3, going forward. Okay, today, real quick, let's look what happened. YWLP, Wi-Fi. You know what? I know nothing about these people. We like me encourage. Well, you know, that's the other side too, right? Like I've had so many people thank me for that. Kurt, if you didn't yell at me and you didn't, like I have students that I've yelled at, like made them cry. I'm not joking. Most of them I've made cry. It's because I'm emotionally attached to it. And their husbands and wives will hunt me down. It's out of fear. I don't know anything about this. It's straight breakout. It's price action breakout, trending stock. You know, would I trade this if I wasn't looking for 100% a month? Absolutely. I'd wait for it to come back to the MA, bounce, and go, just like every other time here, right? This is what swing trading platforms are made on. This is, you know, your standard swing trading platform, and they just wait for it to come back to the MA, and then they send out a note to their followers. It's bounced off the MA, go. Or they don't even tell them that because they're afraid to tell them the system and actually make them good traders. That's the set. That, to me, that part I hate. I hate that part. They intentionally keep their traders stupid. And they intentionally want to be the bubblegum machine that just pumps out the trades and keep everybody stupid. It's like, oh, that's gonna work. That's good karma. CBV, Cincinnati, L, over the 200 earnings. Failed to 200, and then I don't know. Would you want to trade that? I don't think so. No. What's going nuts? I still want video 3. Todd, exactly. Actually, help me. Well, that's good. OMVS going nuts. So that's our OTC play, right? Oh. There's big news coming with OMVS. That CEO, he's no dummy. That guy is serious, dude. He is he's in the middle of a play, and if he fails, his career's over. Pardon me. I don't think he's going to fail, but you never know. He might be calling, it might be a bluff, but I don't think so. I have a gut feeling about it. There you go. I have a gut feeling about it. It feels good. I feel like this one looks good. It feels good. Oh, technically though, it's perfect too. Hey, look at that. I was going to hit it over 20 and I missed it. See, where did my alert go? I need a intern. Yeah, no alerts. Fire the intern. Okay, fine. Over 23, I'm hitting it. Actually, let's find out where its resistance is. Let's behave. Oh yeah, see? It's right at resistance right now. It's right at it. That's going to be heavy resistance. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just saying you might want to trim and trail, or, you can always get back in, right? No, that's not where resistance is. What am I talking about? Yeah, that is where resistance is. Let's do this properly. Slow down. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so the disciplined way to do this is when you get to that resistance. Now, you trim your profits at least. Quite often I'd trim like a half beyond my profits. And then when you get up over it, go again. But, it can get tiring, and you can also miss a lot of the margin doing that. So it's arguable, right? That's why I like 5 legs, like 20%, 40, 60, 80, 100, and then you come out the other way the same way too if you're really doing things right. Yeah, yeah, I know. It's right up under resistance. It's right there. Your resistance is at 23. Then your next resistance is at 46. 46. Well, actually, your next resistance is at 34. Well, it's hard to say exactly. 33, call it. You just go to the bottom of these candles. Oh, good Lord. I did say I'd hit it, didn't I? But that was before I checked resistance. You know what Kurt did today? He hit it at resistance. That GIII leaks or whatever it's called, they'd be all over that. Oh. If those GIII leaks or any of those kind of places ever start ranting on me, the rant that they're going to get on the other side is going to be like prolific. It'll be like they entered a nuclear zone that they wish they never came near. You guys want to see a rant? That'd be so prolific, it'd be nuts. I would take every one of my resources in the web development field, and I would put them all on it. I would go to absolute war. Damn, it's right at resistance, Trace. They're going to leave it there on Friday. Wow. I'm long Oprah. I know the news on this one. Okay, Trace, why don't you do this? Why don't you just take your initial cost out of it, like and just let the resistance area play out. Like just the, whatever cost you get and get it back out and let this go. And see if it gets up over resistance, go again. But I'm not here to tell you what to do either, so, and in fact that's against the law. Forget karma and all that kind of stuff. So, you do what you think you should do. Seriously. Because I'm probably wrong here. I mean, squeeze momentum's crazy green. Everything says, you're buying a new car. That's what it all says. I don't know how many shares you got, but you're buying something. It's a crazy good play. And like I was way back here. I had this one pegged. 260,000 shares or dollars? 260,000 shares. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's a big time play. That's what the big boys play. 260,000 shares in this. I'm a big girl now. Wow. You're in heavy resistance. That's all I'm going to say other than holy shit, Tracy. If you get up where I think it's going. Oh, sorry for my language again, but I mean, holy shit. Like, I bet you're going 42 cents. Like, I bet you're going to make another 80 grand on this. That's a nice effing car. You can get a nice 2 or 3 year old Aston Martin for 80 grand. A nice one. Oh, I mean, you can get a new one, but I mean, a nice one, like a nice classic Aston Martin. Yeah, you got resistance there. You got resistance there at, well, way to go, Tracy. Now, just so you know, some of the ladies that I know that lock up these shares, I told them about you, and they promised me they were going to get a hold of you, by the way, Trace. Yeah, paying off the house would be awesome. Oh, I'm really, really pumped for you. Because this is a smoke and play. If he's for real, if that CEO pulls off what he's talking about, this is not a 42 cent. This is $1.20 to $1.80 stock. Fast. Fast. Like you'll hit that dollar mark really fast. So really proud of you. And you know what? I was going to hit this sucker so hard so many times. I get so busy. Sorry for being a whiner, but hey, I'm retired in 24 months, and I can trade full time, you know, and check in with you guys once in a while and give you a hard time. So 24 months isn't long. No, I know it's not too late. I'm really thinking about an entry. Well, I'm going to enter, but I'm going to do it after it gets up over this resistance that it's at right now. So I'll see how it ends the day here. It's going to 42 in my opinion. First, like it's going there. So I think that's your next move. You know, so you got in here, like, you know, you could, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to take a couple seconds to do this. I just want to take a peek at what this looks like. So you're going to get, technically speaking, I'm not talking about, because you know here you got there's some stuff happening with this guy, and that's going to determine a lot here. But technically speaking, your extension is right here. That's your next one. 30, 36. Yeah, that's your next one. Yeah. Yeah. So your next one is, no, I mean, it could stop at, you know, the two before it, but it, you know, technically it should easily get to 30, 36. And then its next stop is here at 40. So that's where the other resistance is that I'm concerned about, right? Is that 40, whatever, 43, I think I said. So technically, if it trades technically, your two next biggest decisions are 30, 36 and 40, 33. The rest of them are small decisions. $30, $36, $32.71, and $40.33. Those three. But this $30.36 should be easily hit technically, and the $40.33 should be hit technically, unless something bad happened. So I'll come with you, but I'm not going to come with you right now, but I'm coming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, because I'm old, right? Like I can't make mistakes. I'm going to do this. I'm going to hit it either when it gets up over the 24, what's the number there? 24.66. So 24. So I'll get an alarm right before. Or if it comes back, right? So this is going on my top 100. OMVS. Fantastic, Tracy. Way to go. Congratulations. Now, if it comes back, I'm going to hit it. So Monday, today, if it gets over this fib, I got to go. I don't have a choice. I'll scale in heavy. So this is my trading plan on this, just in case anybody's wondering. Today, if it gets over this fib, I have to go. Wrong choice, because it'll get to the next fib and the next test, which is the target, the first target, fast, if it gets over this one. I don't think it will. I think it'll stop at that fib or near it. Then Monday morning comes, and I suspect it's going to bounce around, like, you know, because that typically happens right in between the fibs, like here, something like that. I would expect will happen. You know, what's funny here is it got up over the fib and then it failed. So technically it's not, you know, real juicy, but, you know, we could check the fibs in there and see. But technically the whole thing's beautiful. Okay, OMVS. Nice. It does tend to pull back in the AM. See, fantastic. That's the kind of thing, right? You know your stock. You got to know your stock. Is anybody yelling at me? You're studying your stock. You know the nature. What are you, TLC? Hopefully you're telling the world. WTW, XII. Where's OMVS? You're not even telling the world. Okay, let's keep going. Oh man, that's volatile in there. OMVS rocks. Does anybody need this chart? I mean, there's nothing magical on it, just in case. No? Okay. I'll leave it up for a minute, just in case. IOTS, can't remember what I was doing there. Oh yeah, we were going to check the top runners for the day, right? We haven't done that yet, or have we? I don't think we have. Yelp, Wi-Fi, WTW, no, CBB. ZAGG, CBB. Okay, it doesn't seem anybody needs OMVS. I can kill it. Well, actually, I may as well save it for myself, right? Those are my buy triggers. Why would you do it again? Doesn't make any sense. Save. Where's the save button? Publish. OMVS. OMVS. Beauty. Next one. Cincinnati Bell. No, we don't want that one. SPPI. Oh yeah, we don't want that one. Did I go through all these? Good Lord. Wow. It's got to be such a terrible disease, eh? Whatever it's called. You're going to lose your memory. Testo. It'd be so sad to have a family member. GoPro. Mark that one. Why am I staying out of GoPro? What was my reasoning? Yeah. HDP. Hortonworks. In the bowl, comes up through the 200, comes back, tests the 200, bounces, tests MA, bounces, screws around, gets to earnings, and bounces. It's almost at resistance. That's its issue. It's too bad. Kara. So what did I miss here today? This was literally going to be my play first thing in the morning. So let's see what Kurt missed real quick. The shoulda, coulda, woulda. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Look at that. Holy shit. 1426. Sorry, guys. We do have some conservative Christians in our membership base. We do. That I know they cringe every time I do that. And I should have more respect than that. Trying. Wow, I can't believe I messed that up. Well, it went vertical. Like, I would have legged all the way through that. Let's just, I got to do this really quick so I don't make this mistake again. 5-minute chart. First thing this morning. What's the date today? 4th. Doesn't look as impressive on the 5-minute chart. Okay, hold on. Oh, there it is. I was like, what? Okay. This makes it a little more realistic. 9:30. So that would have happened, then I would have hit it right there. Maybe there. So I would have got 76. Well, I would have got the same I got on the other one. Okay, next. Yeah, I just like to be respectful if I can be, right? Period. I come from a family of faith, by the way, and so, you know, it's like, but I don't want to get in there. Let's keep that and politics aside. What are we doing here next? Okay, yeah. PDLI. PDLI. Daily. PDLI daily. Okay, so got past earnings. Now, we had this on our watch list and then it tanked. Earnings come, blasts over the 200. I was watching it tank on the way to earnings. So now this is really set up. So this is actually third best on my watch list. So I got to get this list right. OMVS is number 2 on my list. SENS is number 1. Number 3, because of this setup, PDLI is number 3 for now, until further notice. The reason for PDL being number 3 is because it tanked, hit earnings, and bounced over the 200. That's a decent setup. SENS, I can't remember specifically. Oh, it's in the bowl, testing the 20, or testing an MA, and it's going to earnings. OMVS is just a simple rock star. Those are the 3 best so far in terms of setups. Disciplined setup. Highly probable, predictable, reproducible wins. AEZS is actually a pretty cool setup. I'm not going to trade it. That 20 through the 100 with the price above like that, that's very bullish. But earnings are coming, and this thing can tank fast. XII. Somebody in the room I know has been screaming from the rooftops that this one's rocking. It's over its 200. It's breaking out a previous high. Hey guys, can you do me a favor? If you ever alert something like this, can you just extend your alert just a little bit for me so it gets through my brick skull, thick skull? And, you know, because you could just say that, right? It's over its 200, like over 200, over previous high and breakout. As soon as I see that alert, those 3 things together, the probability of winning that trade is almost 100%. But, you know, and I'm not trying to pick on you, Trey, sorry, but I got to, you know, it'll help the team function together, right? Because different trade setups have different probabilities. So XXII rocking is one thing. XXII over previous high, 52-week breakout over 200 MA, that right there is, you know, you have to buy it. You don't have a choice. So boom, you mortgage your house and go. XXII, fantastic. This one's number 4. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this one. On Monday, this is going to be up on my board with the other 3. Well, whatever the top ones are, right? And I'll day trade it, and it gets fantastic width. Good alert, Trace. All over it. Oh no, it's not fit. Yeah, it's over 52-week high. But it's up against res too. So these are coming up against res, these ones. All of these. That's a primary res right there. It gets up over there and then she's gone. That'll get, like that's not vertical in comparison to this. That gets up over the area it's at right now, Trace. And you could hit that with, I could confidently tell you, you could hit that with everything you got. Oh yeah, Tracy's on fire. Firewoman. Yep. You know, you can get people online now, Trace, for $5. They'll do up like a cartoon character of you, whatever that's called, and you should get one, and that should be your whatever you call it in your social media. You know how like there's like, you know, Batman and yeah, it gets up over that resistance, and Firewoman there is going to have, well, it'll bowl right up. That 645, it'll bowl right to it and test it. I mean, it'll test this one first. The bulls, right? It'll test 241, but it gets up over the resistance. It's going to be over 241. Then the next bull will be right here, 294, but that'll be small. That'll be small. 313. This will be its real first bull test. 334 bounces out of that bull, and it should easily 377, and then that'll be the real test. It gets there, but the whole process will look like this. It's a fantastic play. Seriously, Firewoman. Something like that. You need like, you know, one of those characters, right? Like, yeah. Why not? Start showing off your moves. Okay, where are we here? Firewoman wins. That's all your little thing has to say on your Twitter and stuff. Firewoman wins. SPNE. Yeah, Trace is on fire. Corey's on fire. A lot of you guys. We looked at this one before. C-Spine Holdings. Look at that. It's over the 200. Came back. See, this is typically what happens. It gets over the 200. It fails at 200 once and then goes again. Nice, Tracy. I like that answer very much. Very much. Targets suck. They're stupid. Sorry. Greg, I'm not calling you stupid. Think before you say anything, Kurt. But you get the point, right? Because it turns on the hour and you get out. And if it turns back on the hour, get back in. Give your broker a hot dog and call it safe. At least you had safe trading. Resistance, again. But this one's going to get over it. This one's good too. SPNE, really like it. Just bounced off its MA. Where's its earnings? Earnings. It must be past earnings. Yeah, the reason why targets are no good is because it screws people up. Like a lot of things screw people up, right? Even stuff I say to myself screws myself up. I mean, something like Tracy just going in 260,000 shares. Now you can blow yourself up quick too. It depends on the size of your account. As long as your trading size is good, you're good. Okay, let's rock and roll. I like this one, SPNE. Let's get it on the list, Kurt. Alarm it. It's a good one. OMVS, SPNE. Attention, Kurt. Oh boy. Really? Didn't I harm him for something here? Thanks. Appreciate that. You can always go into this, because I don't think I shut off the thing that beeps, and just beep the shit out of it. I gotta find a way for you guys to talk to me. Wow. Tracy's making bank. The the private fund folks last night at dinner, they're like, "Are you telling me you don't get a percentage of the winnings of the people in that trading room?" I'm like, "No, that's not how it works." They're like, "That's stupid." Like, no, that's not how the industry works. They are committed to buying me depends though. So, OMVS. Hurry up. Holy shit. Wow, look at your volume too. It's just everything about this chart is sweet. Such a great play. And like, I hate to be that guy that whines, right? But I knew, like, I was way back here. Actually, these ladies I want to connect you with, Tracy, they tell me about every one of these plays, right? And they're right every single time. And I'm sure they sit there and go like, why does that guy not take every one of our... And they're young, they make a lot of money fast. Like, I've often thought, you know, I'm just going to go OTC and follow them, and that's it. And retire. Oh well, 23 and a half months away. 23 and 3/4. Okay, well, as soon as this thing triggers, I don't have a choice, but I'll scale in really light, right? Because I'll have to be careful, because it looks like it gets up over MAs, and then, like you said, it, because it does fail these MAs, like after it pops up, and that kind of makes sense, right? Because you got high school kids in these, and you got all kinds of stuff, right? A whole bunch of undisciplined stuff, but it does, you know, technically the chart works. So, okay, well, if it triggers, I got to start in. I'll go with 10ths on, or 20ths on that one. Probably 20ths. Okay, we are at, we're getting there. We're working it. Did we do MDRX, PDLI, yeah, SPNE, CSTM. We've done this one before. Firewoman, nice. I'll go look at that here soon. Let's do it right now. What the hell? We're in it. Okay. That's awesome. Okay, real quick, true story. My first life was in the music business. I used to have music schools and stores. And when I was younger, I played. And another thing I did was I did sound, and I would travel with these bands. Anyway, I traveled with the Cult for a while. The Cult, AC/DC, New Kids on the Block, and a few others. Just, you know, as a roadie doing sound. That was my first life. Oh, see, look at the pop it's getting here. Interesting. And it's right at the mid. Popped up. I'm telling you, I know this one. Oh, I'm gonna get it. CSTM, look at this. It's past earnings. See, we missed it. Up through the 200. Well, let's just review real quick. Up through the 200, fails the 200. See, up to the 200, comes back to its MAs, failed twice, interesting. Bounces, 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 gets up over an MA, bounces, and this is where we missed it right here. Right here. Dang it, 2 days ago. Dang it. And look at that. 820 to 988 in 2 days. You guys see it? Like, I don't want to be annoying, but at the same time, I want to make sure I drill it in. Because I have people all the time say to me, I don't know where to hit this, right? That's where you hit it. Oh. Oh, it's so painful. Like, that's a huge margin. Like, it's nothing like OMVS. But I mean, for disciplined plays and predictability and reproducibility and all that, 804 to 996, like that's like almost 30% in a couple days. You only need, all you need is 3% a day. I don't want to be that ranter, but yeah, see, it doesn't really respect the 200, and that's maybe why it didn't get on my list. But it does in a way. That makes it tough. Earnings, it's around earnings. And this earnings, boom, it went. God. Now it has to come back to a MA. Okay, well, so I guess the easiest way to do this then would be add alerts so that when it gets to the 20, crossing the 20 MA, right? I'll know. But it might not get that far. So you got to watch them on the list, but this doesn't make my watch list because it's not early enough in the process. It is out of its bowl first day. Hitting resistance. And its next is at 15. Wow. Well, 13.99, then 13.39, then 15. This one has to go on the list. I don't have a choice. In fact, I got to set price trigger higher because it's at support and resistance. It gets up over this and it's gone. There's no choice. Dang it. Okay. Sage, that one doesn't work. That's a price action breakout. That one doesn't work. Price action breakout. EMES doesn't work. That's a energy, and for what I'm doing, and it's under the 200. I already looked at these earlier, so I'm cheating. Under the 200 and testing the 200. Now this, this might prove itself out, and it's got a huge gap, and I guess we'll see how this one does. I'm not going to put it on my list, but I'm going to just put an alert on it. So that's it. Have a great weekend. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm going to leave the room open. I'm going to definitely induce some beer drinking on the beach, and that's about all I can say. Oh, does anybody have any charts for me to look at? That's important. SRG is popping again, really. Really nice. Well, It doesn't look like there's any that I have to look at. That anybody's struggling with or anything like that. You guys are all winning anyway. SRG, I want to take a look at that one quick though. CCJ, yeah, you don't want to watch that. I would struggle myself personally taking that CCJ. Mind you, if it got the right momentum, I would take it. But it's the above resistance I'm concerned about, like in terms of choppy. But there's a big but there. We see a time cycle, big one, ending September 9th, and to me that tells me commodities or metals, yeah, commodities. That's where the inflection could be. There's the horns. Oh boy. There's nothing. There's clear skies coming. That's a blue sky breakout if it goes. Whew. And the 50 is about to pop. Good alert. You guys are a great team. A lot of people, they'd hold these to themselves. They wouldn't tell people because they want to just be the hero by themselves and all kinds of weird stuff, right? That we deal with as humans. Okay, I think that's it. I'm going to take my dog out to the washroom. SRG is going on my list. I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Before I go diving, I'm going to check in with you guys, and if you want me to look at any charts or anything, no problem. I mean, I got all the time in the world. It's just, it's Friday and I'm at the beach and I'm getting older. I worked my ass off this week. Okay, so I'll see you in 5.